Good morning, Shane. What are you doing?
Oh, buenos dias. You caught me off guard there, didn't you?
Caught you shining up your camera or something?
I was trying to adjust my
Oh,
my
okay.
lighting.
Oh, okay. How are you?
I'm doing my best to be my best. How you doing?
I am good. Can't complain. It's funny. Errol, she was in Paris last week and they were struggled. They struggled with
Really?
French. Struggled. And my niece has been there a year and a half. She still is not fluent because all of her French friends speak to her in English.
Oh, that sucks. I'm like,
And she
look,
goes
I
to
need you to
school.
help
Yeah.
me.
And she tries. Like they were like, oh,
They're
and
like, yeah,
we're
it's
like,
easier if we speak English than you
yeah,
speak
it's easier
French.
than you saying, how you say,
We don't got time for you, okay?
we don't have, I know, it's
We
not
trying to figure out what we're
time.
gonna eat tonight.
Exactly. Like it's so funny because Ariel, I told them before they left, get Google Translator. And so they're like, well, we're trying to speak it, but they start, and I'm like, no, then you could either let them speak into it or you speak into it and let it come up in French and then show it to them.
Yeah.
Oh, so, but Ariel was like, everybody was so nice. And my mother is like, I love Paris. I was like, Ma, you were there 30 years ago. She's like, I was with toddlers. I was like,
Yeah,
that doesn't
she's
make a
like, now
difference.
we can grind, we can go drink.
Yeah,
Did she
she was
let
like,
Ariel
what
drink?
she did. No, no, no. Ariel's not 18. She's
Well,
17.
17. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
she's right there.
No.
Well,
Yeah, no,
grandma let her get a
no,
drink. You know what I
no,
mean? Slide
no,
one over
grandma
to
would
her.
not. Nana would not. Even though my niece did ask my mother before they got there, can Ariel drink it? I was like, no, she cannot.
Oh,
She
you set the
cannot.
standard. If you now, do you think if you said yes, that everything would have been fine
I
with her
wouldn't have said
drinking?
yes. She's not 18. I wouldn't have, and not in any, there's no scenario
Where you would
at
have been like,
at
cool.
that age, her that I would have said yes. So no,
But in a
I would
couple
not.
months, if she goes back, then
No,
she
no,
can
no, no.
drink.
If she was graduated, if she was, yeah, if she went when she was 18,
Hmm.
then I may have thought something differently. But I think I would want to be there too. I wouldn't be like, oh yeah, let's let her go out and no, no,
Drink
no,
with her cousin. First time
no,
she's drinking, get turned with the
no,
cousin. No.
no, absolutely not. So anyway, no, 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 no. Oh, who are we, Shane? With
Who
that
are we?
nonsense.
We are.
With that
We are
nonsense.
two seasoned corporate veterans who are here to pass along the wisdom we received from the lessons learned from the mistakes made in hopes that those who listen to us don't make the same mistakes that we did. But if you do, if you decide that mistake making and fucking up is the thing to do, then you can go ahead and laugh while you're doing it because we're laughing at you. No, we're laughing with you, not at you.
Yeah, we're laughing with you.
Yeah, we're laughing
Um,
with you.
I just thought about that when I went to take a sip. Is that a colleague of mine, a former colleague? She's like her daughter's 23, and on TikTok they have this special cup so that you won't drink out of straws because straws make your lip get wrinkles on your lips. I'm like, who are they? First of all, 23-year-olds don't get wrinkled lips.
They shouldn't.
If yeah, so what? Anyway,
Everything's vanity these days. Everyone's worried
right,
about
and that's
everything.
how my daughter messed up her skin when she was, like preteen, teen, seeing these people doing all these facials and stuff on TikTok and ordering stuff from putting stuff in the cart, it coming,
Yeah.
and she messed her skin up. You're
Oh
not
shit.
exfoliating baby skin.
My daughter, she has a whole skin routine at night. She is what? How old is Noelle? Noelle's 10. She
10.
started when she was like 9. No, but she uses my wife's little like facial brush thing, and she gets her little she has like a little sugar scrub. She puts on her face and she sugar scrubs her face
See,
at
I
night,
don't
and
she doesn't need to
then
sugar scrub her face.
she puts on her oil on her face. Like she watches
See?
my wife do the routine, so then she starts doing
Right,
it.
but she's
And
got baby skin.
yeah,
She doesn't need anything. I'm telling you, for I use whatever soap we had in the house. When I was a kid, it was Dial, then it
yeah,
was Safeguard as a teenager, and now it's Dove. But I just use regular soap. I don't I have a what is that one brand? I can't remember. It's French, but it's a scrub that you can use like maybe it says every day, but to me it's too harsh to do
yeah.
every even twice a week. So it's a very light scrub that I will do once a week. And then I use my SPF 50 moisturizer with SPF 50.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just yeah, my mom's like, "You don't use oil of Olay?" Because that's what she used, and I'm like, "No, I don't like oil of Olay. I use Neutrogena."
Back in
So
my uncouth days as a young man trying to keep my skin clean, all I used was alcohol. just pour alcohol on a rag and just clean my face with alcohol. My wife was like, "You caveman, like what are you doing?
Uh,
Drying out your skin?"
My
And
husband uses alcohol after
yeah,
he washes his face.
yeah. So now I use moisturizers and
He
cleaners
doesn't
and
he probably puts lotion. I won't say I don't know what he does if he puts lotion on his face or not 'cause the door's closed. But I know I see him put that with the alcohol because he keeps the cotton swabs. I have 2
yeah.
jars for him. Now he has a routine, but he has a routine because he messed up his skin from when he was a teenager or preteen, like, from not putting lotion on.
Oh shit, dry ass skin.
He had eczema, and so he had it on his
Mm,
face and yeah, and so he uses medicated ointment or
yeah,
something, and then he uses the same French brand that I can't think of.
we use eczema. I mean, we have eczema on
He
my
uses,
family side or whatever. We use Eucerin for when they have
oh,
breakouts.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. What's the French brand?
The
I
only one
can't remember.
Frenchy thing that I know is L'Oreal. That's all I know.
It's
Say it
not
as
L'Oreal.
close as I can get to the
It's
French.
not. And I like their little they have a lip glasses, like, I always put it on. They have different scents. It could have a little tint to it, but I always put them on
Yeah,
before I go to bed, and Jason makes fun of me, because my lips are shiny. He's like, "You been eating chicken?"
I
What's the
love that. My
brand?
wife wears lip gloss before she goes to
Okay.
bed.
Yeah, if I'm not greased up. But he's usually it's got his lips are shiny too from his chapstick, so
What
yeah,
chapstick
I
does he use?
sometimes it's the black one, just the regular.
Just chapstick? I like Carmex. They have a great chapstick.
Oh, okay. No,
Yes,
just
strawberry
regular chapstick.
Carmex is
Nope, no
my shit.
flavor. His is just black. It's like old school.
Yeah, the black one. Yeah, yeah, the plain black one.
What is that brand? But that brand's gonna drive me. It's gonna anyway. It's like in my head now.
Uh,
But anyway, you get it from
it's
the
funny.
department store. So anyway, um, all right. So everybody's back at home, and now it's noisy again. And
Did you
but
prefer your faux empty nesting days, or do you like the noisy
I
house?
can't say because I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. But
Ah!
at night, I prefer
The faux empty nesting?
yes, because
Yeah,
whenever everybody's in bed, dog, husband, I put the alarm on, get into bed. Now the dog might wake up because he hears something outside,
yeah.
but being awakened by
Doors
kids on the
opening.
telephone or if somebody's on the phone, that's unnerving, especially when they're talking on the phone. It's like they may as well be in bed with you
That's funny.
because that's how loud they're talking. So
Wowzers. Yeah.
yeah. So anywho, but yeah, everybody had a good time. Ariel's actually sick, and I have to get a COVID test. I think her 100-day cough is back, and she said she had a headache. So
She needs that Parisian air to feel better.
yeah, yeah. So I have to get I think I have a COVID test. I think we got some free ones in the mail a couple months ago. Did you get some? I
Mm-mm.
think it was right when they were at the end when they were offering some. I had to go find them. I found a kit with no liquid in it, so I'm like, oh, that won't work. So, but anyway,
Did she
all
have the
right.
cough while she was still in Europe?
Yes, it started when she was there. My mom let her use her inhaler, so she got home. I said, "Where's your inhaler?" She's like, "I thought you had it." You're 17. Why would I have your inhaler?
Because you're supposed to.
And I don't have it.
Um,
I don't have it. Now that I know I'm supposed to, I will take it, but I
there you
don't.
go.
I don't have it because she was supposed to be using it. Maybe it's in, you know what? I'll tell her to check her little cosmetic bag she takes to school. Maybe it's in there. So anyway, what's going on?
What is going on? The world's trying to figure out which old white man they elect president in the United States, and everyone else in the world is trying to figure out how to undermine the American dollar to reduce our effectiveness as a superpower. That's pretty much the world news in a
Yeah.
nutshell. The
Yeah.
world wants to undo the American dollar. America wants to elect another older, olding, aging, unnerving, unstable
Oh,
Caucasian gentleman to run the country.
I don't like the first part. The second part, what are you going to do? But yeah, don't mess with our dollar.
They're messing with our dollar, buddy. They are. And I think that's the most strategic thing. I think the world's realized America spends a lot of money on our military. So all out just attacks on America just ain't working. So when all else fails, go after the dollar. And the enemy of my enemies, my friends, it seems like China, Russia, everybody's linking up, hanging out together, trying to undo the power of the American dollar. And we're sitting here trying to figure out Joe Biden or Donald Trump. When did that become
Right.
the only options? Where's everybody else? You know, like I don't like we haven't had primaries, we haven't had nothing, but it seems like everyone just agreed that it's gonna be Trump Biden again. Who? Who agreed on that? Like where? Why isn't other people talking? Where are the other candidates who want to try to run? Because that's unnerving.
Ugh. Do you like, all right, and let's change the subject because that's depressed me. Do you like this one? Let's talk about important things or that one. This or
Uh,
that.
the
This or
first,
that. Because this one will probably get messed up in the
yeah, when I'm editing,
when
yeah.
AI is. Yeah, okay.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah,
I'm
so that's
very
what's going on. What's going on with you?
yeah. I mean, that's what's going on with you, is going
That
on with
is,
me. I just
yeah.
yeah, that's but
Oh
I was
wait,
obsessed about what?
have you watched the reunion episodes for Potomac?
Yes, I watched the second one this morning.
Yes. Oh my gosh, was it not good?
Oh, I don't appreciate that cliffhanger.
It is. I
I
my we think it's prostate cancer.
No, 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 no. He said something that you probably all been speculating. I've been
Yeah, that
speculating
we
that he has.
sick. I thought we were second. I thought because remember he said he was sick. That's why him and Mia agreed to have the open relationship because he couldn't do what he needed to do, and so he asked her to keep it discreet. Remember, that's what
I
they were
didn't know
saying.
that was the reason. I didn't know that was
Yeah,
the
he
reason.
asked her to keep it discreet. You know, whatever she's going to do, keep it discreet, keep it low key, because he couldn't, get it up and do what he needed to do. And so I'm guessing that he's just going to reveal that it's back or whatever.
Hmm. That's what you think it is?
Yeah,
I don't recall. I don't recall. I don't recall them saying. I don't recall them saying that. I missed that part. That's why that he said you could
yeah. They
go
talked
out.
about that in the part one when they were like starting to talk about Mia.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah.
And he said it was because he was sick.
Hmm.
Huh. Interesting.
So I'm guessing that's what
Okay.
it's going to be again.
He looks sick.
He does not look like himself.
No, his eyes, it's very dark. His eyes are very red, and it's very dark around the eyes. But hmm, that's I thought they were going to say something about the kid.
Well, no,
But
I mean because Mia is definitely adamant that that's his kid, and so
and
I
it
believe
look
her.
who does he look like?
The
I
kid
because they
looks
said
like G.
okay, yeah,
Yeah.
because G has because I know the daughter definitely looks like G.
Yeah, so I think it's definitely his kid. But he seems so at peace with Mia in the
He
relationship and everything that
does.
that's like someone who sees a bigger picture and is just like, I don't
Yeah,
got time to worry about this stuff right here. There's other things going
yeah.
on that are more
Well,
pressing.
and for him to say he's there to support his wife, then he said ex-wife, but they're not divorced yet. So
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know why I like them. I like her.
I think because they weren't
'Cause they're real.
they feel real, right? Like
Yeah.
they didn't try to hide anything. They were like, yeah, I met him when I was stripping. We shared sexual partners. We did everything together. You know what I'm saying? It's like
It
they were
sounds like
very.
she's to be the friend that you wanna have, right? Because she's gonna give you all you
She
get
sounds like she's the wife you want to have. You know, like
well
she friend. Mia gives you the total as long as you. It seems you know what. I don't even think Mia's a gold digger. I think Mia
No, I don't
definitely
think
just
so
wants to.
either.
I think she wants to be treated well. But I also
Mhm.
think with G getting sick
And she
and
works, and she you
yeah,
know what I mean? It's not like
yeah.
she's sitting around eating bonbons.
I think with him getting sick and then him losing the position he had and his money being funny, that made his attitude hard to deal with. And Mia was not going to
Oh.
deal with a bad attitude
Mhm. Yeah.
and drama at home. And you broke. Like you can't have all three of those with her. Like you gotta like you can't be broke and bad attitude and causing drama at the house. Nah, homie.
That is
Shit
so
need to be sweet
funny.
around here. So I definitely think they still love each other, but that's why they got to slide. But no, as a wife, me, it seemed like down for the cause, homie. Like, you know what I mean, you work, you support me, we making money together, and you bringing folks in to hang out with us, and we get to hang out with other people together. Shit, cuz I get to sit down and watch you and your homegirl hang out in the shower together. That's what's up.
Wait a minute. Nobody said that happened.
Her and Jacqueline. What you mean?
Oh, so you were that did she say that before?
Yeah, and they're like when we first met Jacqueline, everyone was talking about their relationship and the extent of their relationship and how they said that they insinuated that they've shared G before or whatever.
Yeah, I
And
think that was just them being salacious to try to get I don't think that was true.
you don't think so? But then remember when Robin and not Robin. The other green-eyed bandit. What's her name?
Giselle.
Giselle. Remember when Jill said she saw her and Jacqueline making out in the shower when they're on the vacation?
Oh, she did say that.
Yeah,
How could she see that?
and probably it was a balcony shower.
But they also, did you see where did you when Wendy was talking about what she how they didn't tell Mia what G had said, and Giselle and the and Karen were talking.
Mhm.
Did you read the
I didn't read the
subtitles?
caption. Know what it said.
Yeah, the captions, she's like, "You couldn't," like, I think just Giselle said, "Oh, you couldn't tell her," because she was talking about, "Oh, after our trip or during our trip, you had assaulted me," but then Giselle was like, "But then y'all was bumping uglies." Because remember
Ah,
they had
yeah.
their little
Yep.
tryst or something that kinda
Hmm.
happened off camera with the cookie, and, they
Yeah.
kept saying the cookie. Yeah. What's wrong with those girls? I don't wanna sleep with any of my friends, okay?
That's what Christian and I were just talking about that.
I think
And
one,
Christian,
not a
I was like,
one.
look, because of these shows on TV, all these shows, men 100% believe that any group of female friends that go on a trip are going to be engaging in some sort of lesbian behavior.
That's so stupid.
It
That's
is
not
like because it doesn't matter
that
what show you watching. Like, no matter what, they all get into some sort
so
of
it's like somebody told them to say stuff like that. Like, you know what I mean?
or do it. Because remember on what was it, Atlanta, when they were on their trip and they cut all the cameras off and then stories
Or
got
maybe that's
funny.
just it just so happens that's the people that they're finding, because even in Beverly Hills, they talk about stuff like that. I mean, talk about it, but
I mean, that's a
and now Kyle is possibly she's bi-curious now that
there's a lot. I mean, there's a lot of varying demographics that engage in the same
and I
behavior.
don't have any problem
So
with that, but I'm just don't
yeah,
want
no, it's
people
just
thinking, yeah.
I'm telling you,
But
that's what
how
men
is
think.
that
I
ex
hang
is
men
that
at the
exciting? Is
barbershop
that
think that women engage in lesbian behavior together
as well, then men in the
on
barbershop,
girl trips.
I'm sorry to disappoint you. Men
That don't
in the
happen on girl
barbershop.
trips. That didn't happen when you
No,
was in the visa.
never, ever. In the 40 years of traveling with the same girls, never,
Y'all
ever.
never had too many drinks and we're just like,
No.
oh,
We like no, no. We like no girls. Even though those girls, those lesbian girls on TikTok or Reels, the cute ones,
they
they're
cute,
not
right?
lipstick lesbians. They're not lipstick
The
lesbians.
butch ones.
Yes,
Yeah,
they are super cute.
they are.
They
My
are funny
wife
too.
loves
They're
boobs.
funny.
I'm like, dude, you should be a lesbian or bisexual.
She loves what?
She likes boobs. She just likes
Oh,
breasts. She thinks they're
God,
like pillows, and she just like wants
oh,
to like lay on like big boobed women's chests or whatever.
really?
Yeah, she's like, oh, boobs, big boob women are here for everyone's hugging pleasure or
That
whatever.
is
You
so
know,
well, my grandmother, she was like a 44 double D. She was only 4'11".
wowzers.
And my sister was she was a D. I
Yeah,
remember she could put her lipstick on with her cleavage.
that's funny.
And my daughter is a D.
Oh wow, and she's still growing.
Yeah, I don't think she's
She's
going
still.
anymore though.
You don't think so?
Mm-mm,
Yeah, so
mm-mm.
definitely these shows make men think that
Maybe
these
that's what
girls
they want to get
trips.
male viewers. That's their way to get the guys to watch. I don't, because do guys watch real
I'm not
housewives?
gonna lie, I never watched it before till my wife like put me onto it. And
Okay.
no, I don't watch all of them. I have my favorites that I
Yeah,
watch with her.
yeah.
Potomac,
You
Married to
know what?
Medicine, Atlanta are the ones that I watch with
So I know you don't watch Beverly Hills, but the
her. Mhm.
husbands never come out in Beverly Hills
Really? Is that the
ever.
one with the botch doctor wife is
No,
on that one?
that is or OC.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, and the husbands never. I don't recall I used to watch that one.
Okay.
Orange County, and the husbands. I don't recall the husbands ever coming out for the reunion show either.
Are the
But the
husbands like on the show though? Are they on
mhm,
camera? Oh,
mhm.
okay.
Yeah, and there's husbands on camera in Beverly Hills,
They just don't come to the
but
reunion.
I don't recall them coming to one reunion. I thought
Mm.
about it today. I was watching. I was like, the husbands back there. I was like, well, the husbands come to Atlanta. The husbands come to Married to Medicine. I don't know about New Jersey or any or Miami,
Right.
but isn't that something?
Well,
And it seems like the commonality is the black shows,
I
the
was gonna
black
say that we support our women. We
thing.
ride
The
with our women.
men come out. So What did you think? And I don't really care, and I don't wanna get messy about people's lives, but with Chris, the person that said that they had a relationship
Listen, where you
and
know
then
you know
and
how I
then said
stand on
Gis
this.
and then said Giselle had nothing to do with it. Why would you
Where there's smoke, there's fire, or whatever. There's way too much going on with Chris. Just way too much.
You
Where
think?
there's just way too much. Just a lot. Chris
But
is
it was
um
lies. The stuff that the Sesame Street lady said, it was a lie.
right now. Yeah, because that part was on film. We knew that was a lie.
Yeah.
But then the part about the dick pic, that is that a lie or is that true? Apparently there was actually a picture. So how did people get that picture? You know,
Who's to say it was his? We gotta
because
we don't
remember
know that was
Candace when the reunion, Candace was like, "Was it dark?" And they were like, "Yeah." So I mean, they've seen it. So obviously Giselle and Robin have seen it
okay,
or
wait a minute.
whatever.
On the reunion this time,
Yeah, were you
she
watching or were
asked
you sleeping?
I
When
don't
they
know.
brought it up, they were like,
I must have missed
Candace
that
was
part.
like, asking them what it looked like, and they just Giselle and Robin described it or
They
whatever, and
did on the
yeah,
second episode just now. I mean, just not the
no,
other
it was
day.
the first one. It was the first one.
Then I missed it. I must have been watching it as I was falling
Yeah,
asleep
it
or
was the
something.
first one. Yeah,
Okay, I missed it.
so
Oh, they asked
there's just a lot of,
him to
a
des
lot of,
she asked him to describe it. They did.
yeah, you know
And we're in agreement that it's his?
that they were in agreement that there was his. All Candace said was she was making up lies about it, but I'm like, but how'd she get the picture? That was always my thought. No one asked that follow up question. Well, then if it's
Or
lies, how'd she get the picture?
right. So it's that's so stupid. You're on this platform. How dumb are you?
I thought it was a little suspect years ago when he DM'd Ashley at 2 o'clock in the morning, told her she should have came by the hotel. You know what I'm saying? And everyone chalked it up. Well, he was working at the hotel. He just wanted her to come by to, get good publicity at the hotel. But
It was 2 in the morning.
yeah,
That is odd.
you send DM at 2 in the morning saying come by.
Yeah, no,
Bro,
that's weird.
like I don't care where I'm not gonna DM any of my wife's associates because Ashley wasn't even Candace's friend.
Right.
Ashley was Candace's like associate. Now maybe some of my wife's best friends that I've known for years and years, I can text at
Mhm.
2 in the morning or whatever. But an associate, somebody that my wife has thrown hands with, like I'm gonna text you at 2 in the morning, DM you at 2 in the morning, saying come
That's
by.
weird.
That's
That
weird.
that's
That's
weird.
weird. And I think this all goes back to again, like Chris losing his restaurant, money being funny, his ego taking hits and Candace's stock going up, that he needs reassurance. He needs that
Is
ego
that what
stroke.
that's what they need? That's what you people need?
Yes, that's what we people need. And I think that's why when a lot of men will resort to outside influences to stroke their ego when they're feeling their ego is being hit by life or whatever. They need that ego stroke or whatever. You know what I'm
Really?
saying? Yeah,
You
men need
wouldn't
their
turn to your spouse
well, you would
who's
hope that your
supporting
spouse can
you?
stroke your ego, but there's a difference, right? Because your spouse supporting you is is based on love, which is weird to say, right? It's based on like just, oh, I love you as my spouse. It's not
Yeah.
real like, oh, you're a man and like, I am in awe of your manness. And so
And other people and who is in awe of their madness?
usually the outside thought thoughts are in awe of their madness.
Are
Or
they?
yeah, or they
They say
seem or
that?
they act like they are, which is almost sometimes
Oh,
just as good, you know?
really?
They That's them running game and everything he says and does is oh so amazing and so wonderful. And so
Oh,
that's how you know,
okay.
that's how these women pull these dudes. Kind of like the stripper experience, right? Men go to strip clubs for the fancy. These strippers make these men feel like they are amazing,
Mhm.
and
So that's it. That's
women,
how men wanna feel amazing.
men want to feel, especially when you can't get your ego stroked through your job or successes that you're having
Mhm.
at work or financially. then you want to get that same. You got to get that feeling somehow, and you hope that you can get it from your spouse. But your spouse, usually, if you're going through something, that means your spouse is going through it with you, right? So now you're both going through this thing, and maybe you don't have that,
Capacity?
yeah, capacity to provide that facade of, you know, just being in awe of your husband's manliness at the time, right? You don't have the capacity to stroke his ego in the manner, but some little thought body out there does. And so he either goes to the strip club and lets some girl lie to him for a couple $100, or, find some thought body out there who's going to lie to him for a couple $100. Same way, except those $100 is going to be spent on dinners in hotel rooms as opposed to just sitting in the back room at a strip club and getting a dance or whatever.
Well,
Either
I
way,
think it's better to go to the strip club then, huh?
it seems like you're cutting right to the point. You're saving a lot of the hoopla and a lot of the drama. Go to the strip club, spend the same amount of money, get a dance, feel good for 45 minutes, take your ass home. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to
Yes.
engage. Everyone knows their duties. She knows why you're there. You know why you're there. There's no texting afterwards. Ain't no
No
emotions.
pretext.
Yeah, like ain't no drama. You can get away with going to a strip club more than you can get away with having an affair. So
Yeah.
you know,
Well, but then I guess if there's people who are serial
yeah, they
strip
start
club.
tricking off all their money at the strip club, and
Yeah. That was
that's
a Law and Order SVU episode.
I saw that one.
The guy was going to give all his money to Rose
Was that
McGowan.
was that the
Yeah.
online one?
No, in person. And hi
Yes.
and his
Yep.
wife
Yep. Yep.
ki
Yep.
his wife killed his
His wife
wife and
killed
the
her.
husband both went to the strip club, but his wife killed him because he was giving away too much money.
Now I saw one with was the online one too, where it was the same thing where he was giving all his money to online, like a kind of like an OnlyFans thing,
Oh, I didn't see that
and
one. Or I probably did, just don't remember.
and then the wife ended up killing the OnlyFans girl because
Oh.
he had literally given her like $65,000 of
Oh,
their
well, how does she
money.
think she's gonna get the money back if by killing her? She was just
She
mad.
went to she went to her to get the money back, and the girl was like, "I'm not giving you the money back. Like, I earned this money." And then they had an argument. She snapped and she killed her.
Oh.
And the whole time they thought it was the husband. You know how Law and Order. They thought it was the husband who did it because he was so obsessed with her or whatever. But nope, it was the wife because he gave away all the money.
Oh, okay. I'm sure I've seen that one. But this one, it was a swingers club, and they went
Ah, okay.
together. He and his wife went together, but then he kept going back. He started dating the girl,
Cool. No,
and
you can't
then
do that.
and then turns out she had a brother, and she was entangled with her. It was weird.
Ah,
It
good
was
old
a
SVU.
really, yeah. It was a like. I'm so glad it changed. Like anything pre like 2010 was like, whoa, man, grimy.
Yeah.
It was
Then they got some new
grimy.
stories after 2010, some
Yeah, you're like,
some new
ugh.
salacious stories because the writers had to go into their own little mental places to
Yeah,
make up stories for a while there.
yeah, it was grimy. I was like, "Oh my gosh." And I know this wasn't grimy, but I know you said you used to watch 911,
Yep.
and I'm watching it now,
Yeah, just are they
and
still stuck on a cruise ship? It seemed like they
no,
every time I see a
they
preview,
get
they're
off
on a cruise ship.
they get off the cruise ship, which was
Oh, okay.
ridiculous. 'Cause they brought a helicopter. A helicopter went through a hurricane to get them off. It was a capsized cruise ship, landed on a capsized cruise ship.
Sounds about 911. That's
It's ridiculous. And then last week, a woman was somebody she thought somebody broke in her house, and she called 911. She's like, "I have a gun." They're like, "Ma'am, don't use your gun." And she shot the person. It ended up being her son. I turned it off. I was like, "This is depressing." Like somebody said, like, when they got there, it was, what's her name's character,
Angela Bassett.
and yeah, she was, like, looking at the picture. She was like, "Does this person look familiar?" And then they had I turned it off right before they told her. I was because she went to the hospital. It turns out she had hit her head a couple weeks ago prior, and she had some brain damage, so she did, yeah, and they were
Mm,
I couldn't change the channel quick enough
yeah,
before
that's a
she told
toughie.
her. I was like, "This is awful. This
Yeah,
is
that's a
awful."
toughie. Yeah, once my kids move out the house, they got to announce themselves when they coming in the crib because we keep straps all over the house. You just can't go. You can't stumble back in my house at three
But
o'clock in the morning drunk.
that's why you have Ring doorbells.
Well, I
That's why we
mean, if you I'm not gonna see the Ring doorbell if I'm sleeping. I don't look at my Ring
Yeah.
alerts when I'm sleeping.
Well, you don't
Whatever.
hear the buzz? You wouldn't do you have a door chime on your door for your alarm?
Yeah.
So if your door chime went off, you wouldn't think to look pick up your phone, look at your Ring doorbell?
If my door chime went off and I heard it, then yeah. But if I just hear
Okay.
stumbling in the house and I didn't hear anything, so if I'm just like in the house and I wake up at 3 in the morning and I'm just hearing people rambling around or falling over, I'm like, well, what the fuck is that? Or whatever. Maybe I forgot to
Oh,
lock the door, and then I'm grabbing the strap and
okay.
sending the
Alright.
warning shot off. That
Okay.
woman should have sent a warning shot. Gun
What?
safety. If you're gonna have a gun, you always got to let off one warning shot,
Oh,
and
you
then you
do?
can, yeah.
Okay.
Now they're saying some states are saying you should have like a non-lethal bullet as your first shot. So like a rubber bullet or something like that should be non-lethal, or that's like the quote unquote warning shot, and then the one after that, you go do whatever you got to do at that point in time. But
Oh, jeez. Okay. Okay. Um, alright, how do we get here?
how did we get here?
So, alright, so I was talking to somebody, they told me so we got 2 things to talk about. So, we're talking about working for the perils or the things you should watch out for
Hmm.
when working for I won't say small companies, but I'll say family-run
Family-run
businesses.
companies, and
Yeah.
this is the businesses where we're talking mom, dad, CEO, children are VPs, children are senior directors, cousins are
Or brother.
directors,
Yeah,
brother to yeah,
yeah, yeah.
exactly.
Right. Yeah, yeah. So anyway, so I was because this guy told me this horror story about him working for this small lab that was
Hmm.
intertwined with one of his brothers, the guy's brother's other companies, and just
Yeah,
it's I kind of that took me down I
a
googled the
rabbit hole.
story. Yeah, googled the story and then found an article about what to consider before taking a job at a family-owned business. But then I heard about the 100 most interesting jobs in America, and we love a countdown. So I thought, hey, this will be. Can you hear me? Oh, I've just realized that my mic is so far away.
Nah, yeah, you
Um,
coming in loud and clear.
okay. That we love a countdown. So I was like, oh, 100 most interesting jobs in America. I found this on Indeed. It was written by Jamie Burt. So we'll do the top 10. I guess we'll start from 10, and I
You
can
want to
give
do?
you.
We can do the top. We can do 10 each week for the next few weeks.
Okay.
We'll do
So
10
you
this
want
week,
to,
10 next week.
what
You
if
want
I
to start from
forget?
100? Well, don't forget.
Oh, well, I don't have the salaries for all of them either, though. You know what? I don't have,
Let's just do the
I,
top 10 right now.
yeah, no,
The
no. I have the top 20
hmm
and then I have 80 more. So I say why belabor this. I have 20, the top 20, okay, and then I
most
have
interesting
80,
jobs and their
and then
salaries.
I have 80 more.
All right. So
So
here's what you do. We'll do 10 this week, 10 next week. Then you send me 20, and I'll look up the salaries for those.
only thing
And
is
then
like for the remaining 80, I don't have any salaries.
that's what I'm saying. Like I'll look up the salaries for like we'll split it up. We'll just attack the salaries each week and just find the 10
Okay.
salaries for those jobs and give it to the people.
So so then you want me to start at 100 then,
Do
basically?
no, we'll do the ones with the salaries that you have now. So you start,
Oh,
we'll go
so the
one through
top,
10.
yeah, the
Yeah.
top
And then we'll
20,
do
I have salaries. So you want me to start with,
1 through 10 this week.
okay.
And then we'll do 10 through 20 next week or 11
Okay.
through 20 and
Okay.
so
So
on
we'll
and
start
so
one through
forth.
10. All right,
Yeah.
cool. All right. So number one is actor.
Is what?
Actor.
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 An actor. Most interesting job. I can see that.
The
It's very
national
interesting
average salary, $29,187.
for an actor. That makes sense. As I've been watching The Sopranos after dark, so Talking Sopranos, it's kind of the
Mm-hmm.
podcast that they had after,
Yes, Jamie Sigler and
no,
what's the
no,
other
no, no.
guy?
Robert Eiler, Jamie and Robert. No, they got their
Oh,
own podcast.
yeah,
So
yeah,
Talking
yeah.
Sopranos is with Michael and Steve Shareppa, the guy who played
Steve
Chris.
Buscemi?
Huh?
No, the guy that played Christopher.
Yeah, the guy who played Christopher,
Yeah,
and then the
Christopher.
guy who played
Steve Buscemi.
no, the one who played Uncle Junior's driver. Then he ended up marrying Janice at the end. The really big dude, Bobby Bacala.
Oh, I love Bobby.
Yeah,
You,
so
you Sopranos
you
always play too much.
Sopranos always
You
going
Sopranos
too
always
far.
going
Yeah,
too far, right? I said play too much. That's if he was black. Yeah,
yeah.
you Sopran. I said to
So
my husband, you Moncurs always going too far.
Bobby and Chris, they have a podcast called Talking
They
Sopranos, and
do. I'm gonna write that down.
they went through. It's on HBO Max. You can stream it there. They went and broke
Oh,
down every episode, every scene,
they
from the first one till the very
do.
last one.
Oh, I am
And
so gonna listen to
yeah,
that.
it's great. And so they're talking about being actors. And what's wild is how so many of these actors were broke before Sopranos. Like dude who played Uncle Junior's character, Dominic, he was living in he said he was living in a small, like 400 square foot studio apartment before Sopranos. He was just
Really?
doing like off Broadway theater
And
stuff.
he has a beautiful voice, beautiful
Yeah.
singing voice.
Yep. And
Mhm.
then he got Sopranos that changed everything for him. Like, so I believe like actors do not make a lot of money. You got to like really hit it big,
Right, right.
to really be able to do what we think that they do or whatever.
Right. And so here's the primary duties. An actor is responsible for interpreting a role for the stage, on television, in films, or in other productions. The primary duties include memorizing and rehearsing lines and working with the director on how to best portray a character.
Yeah.
So, okay, number 2, tour guide.
Oh, I can see the interesting thing in that. If you're in an interesting city,
Yeah, but do you want to say the same thing every
bro, because
day?
I'm thinking by month 2 or 3, god damn, like that got to get monotonous after a while. Unless
But
the
we
people.
we say the same things every day.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's definitely the people that you're touring makes it more interesting.
Yeah.
Like yeah, you go to like the tour guides in New Orleans for this like the ghost tours and things of that nature. It's the people who get
Went on one
freaked
in
out.
Savannah, and she was wrong. I was critiquing her. I was like, "That's wrong.
You're like, "Nah,
That's
I
wrong.
know the truth. No,
That's
that's not what happened."
wrong. That's wrong."
That's funny.
The national average salary, 35,478.
Tour
Um,
guides.
yeah, tour guide is responsible for helping people visit unfamiliar areas. Their primary duties include keeping customers informed about the itinerary, scheduling visits to museums and other attractions, and familiarizing customers with the region. So,
That's what's up.
number 3, florist.
A florist. Is
Yeah.
this person who owns the floral shop or just who works at the floral shop?
The person who I don't know if they own it, but
But they do
they're
the
a
flowers.
florist.
Is that an interesting job? Do you think flowers are interesting?
I love flowers.
Arranging flowers is interesting.
I love to get arranged flowers.
Do you send arranged flowers? Have you ever sent Jason flowers?
No, no, I've never sent him flowers. I don't think he likes flowers. I like flowers.
How do you know he
And
doesn't like flowers?
well, I don't know. Um, I've never asked, but I keep the vase out from Valentine's Day. I keep it clean and sitting on the counter in hopes that more
He'll
flowers
restock
will
it.
come. Yeah,
Yeah.
and he hasn't. I may have to just say something.
Well, yeah, let him
Like,
know.
dude,
Like, hey, this
the
vase is
flowers
here
is
because it needs
saying
to
the
be
vase,
filled up.
yeah,
To
right. I
put a
like
note in front of it,
flowers.
be like, please fill me.
Yeah, right.
Like it needs
I
to be filled up.
Yeah, it could be filled with water, dirt, somebody could fill it with anything. But to be specific, please fill me with fresh flowers.
Flowers.
Yeah, be
Men like
specific.
flowers. You know,
Okay. Well, you like
send.
flowers.
I like the idea of being sent flowers. Like oh
My
okay.
my hairstylist, his wife sent him flowers and didn't sign the card
Oh, she being slick. Okay, that's funny.
and then was
But
waiting. Yeah. And so he didn't say anything, like, just 'cause knew she was trying to be slick, so and
yeah,
she's like, "Did you get my flowers?" He was like, "Oh, yeah, thanks, I know they're from you." She was like, "Yeah," so that's funny. Haha. Um, so the national average salary is $35,502. This person, a florist, is responsible for arranging real and artificial flowers for their customers. Their primary duties include watering plants, cutting and cleaning flowers, for storage and ordering flowers and supplies from wholesalers and groomers. My neighbor, who's a trained architect, who is a chef and has a business where he does, you know, big events,
Yeah.
but part of it is floral arrangement too.
Okay.
He's like, yeah, it's just there's like nothing he can't do. Like I'll see him like he'll do these big events for like Delta or whatever, and the flowers are even when he did my 50th birthday party, he put flowers in the bathroom. I was like, where'd those come from? Oh my gosh, they're so beautiful.
Yeah.
And he's all about lights. He had make it can lights because you can have low lights, you can have high lights. It's like, yeah. So anyway,
That's
there's
cool.
yeah,
Yeah, floors
everybody
are
can't
cool.
do that. Yeah. Cake decorator.
Oh, look at that.
Yes. The average national salary is $36,636 per year.
Christian had his cake decorating business for a little while.
Did she?
Yeah,
Oh,
her
yeah,
and
cause
her
she
yeah, her and her girlfriend, they called it cake decadence. And they would
oh,
yeah, they took orders and they made like some really dope ass cakes, man. They just stopped because they kept having babies. They didn't know how to stop having babies. And so they kept having babies between the couples, and time just there was no more time to dedicate to the cake business or whatever.
really? They should pick that back up. People love cakes.
Yeah. Well, now she owns like four large uh autism clinics here in North Carolina now
Oh,
or
does
whatever.
she? So
So
she's moved on.
yeah, moved
Okay.
on or whatnot. But yeah, they had the whole thing, man. It was kind of cool watching them do that shit. They made me for one day, one year for my birthday. They made me. I really enjoy pasta, so they made like a spaghetti and meatball cake. Like the whole cake looked like spaghetti, and then they had like
Those are
meatballs all over it.
so
Yeah,
those are freaky to me. Like,
yeah,
cause you think spaghetti and meatballs and you open it, you're like, "No,
it's cake.
fondant chocolate," and you're like, "Ah, it's cake."
Yep,
Yeah, I don't like fancy cakes. I want my cake to be chocolate with chocolate icing or chocolate with fudge. No fudge. I want fudge.
yeah.
So, yeah. Or
Yeah.
the other day it was a friend's birthday, but we didn't see him, but it made me immediately think of Publix birthday cakes.
Oh my gosh,
And I was
Publix. Mm,
and I was
chef's
like, "We don't
kiss.
have any birthdays coming up." I said, "Yes, we do. My mother's birthday's next week."
I have a confession to make.
"Oh, you
We're
do?
adults. We don't need permission to go buy birthday cakes.
Really?
Yeah. We
You
can
just
just
get cakes from Publix?"
we can just we can just go buy a cake from Publix, Trish. You can literally
"You
just leave your
can?"
house right now and go get a Publix birthday cake and bring it home and eat it. There's
That
no there is no there is no law that says as adults we have to wait for a birthday to eat birthday cake.
that is weird.
As adults, everyone go get your favorite birthday cake this week and eat it.
Oh.
Go
How
get
about
it.
how about a cupcake?
Go get whatever favorite birthday dessert that you like that you normally wait for your birthdays. Don't wait. Go get it this week.
Oh.
Just go get it.
Well, I like at Publix, I don't get the cake. I get the fudge, the
Yeah,
chocolate ice, the chocolate cupcakes with the fudge icing. Um, that's what I like for my birthday.
go
So,
get it. Go get it tomorrow.
I actually did have a cupcake the other day, so it wasn't as good because it was chocolate icing and not so it had that kind of, you
Yeah,
know what I
well,
mean?
yeah.
Yeah, versus fudge, which is like yum. Um, number 5, zookeeper.
That's dope. What's the average salary on that one?
$38,590 is a national salary.
What's the difference between a
Cleaning up behind the elephants.
I wonder what's a zookeeper and a zoologist. So my oldest, he
They
wants to be a
s
zoologist.
don't they study the zoologists
The study of animals
study yeah, you can Google that.
versus
A
zoo.
zookeeper is responsible for caring for animals in a zoo. So they're but that person seems like a zoologist will work in the zoo too, but they just
Yeah, so
right?
zoologists, they said zoologists are more concerned with the research and observation of animals, whereas zookeepers work with the animals that live in the zoos.
And care for them. Their primary duties include feeding and cleaning the animals, observing their behavior, preparing food to meet their dietary needs, and providing environmental enrichment. Juggling, juggling for the
Yeah, so they're saying many zookeepers have their 4-year degrees and are trained zoologists.
okay.
Hmm,
Did you
interesting.
see the one? Did you see the one clip where the orangutan is like the lady has snacks or something? He must have saw the snacks at one point, so he's like pointing like
Yeah, he wants those. Yeah, is that the one with the dude in the cage where he was behind the glass, or
he's
was?
behind glass,
Yeah, yep.
and then tells her where to go. Like,
To
no,
put it
go
in
over
the
here.
little slot. Yep.
So
There was another one where dude was like making fun of the orangutan, but this orangutan was in bars, like a barred cage, and he
Okay.
got too close, and the orangutan just grabbed him and snatched him and like pulled him close to the cage and wouldn't let him go, and like was just like pulling him into the cage. Yeah,
What?
yeah. I used to love. I'm telling. You, I used to love monkeys, and I was like, I'm definitely going to have a monkey as a pet.
You
And
gonna
then
be
I
like
saw,
Bubbles?
Nope, and then after watching Nope, I was like, yeah.
Oh, it ripped a kid. Didn't it rip their face?
Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck
Oh,
that. The
yeah,
whole
right,
yeah
right,
in
the
the
whole
beginning.
show.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah.
Why do
And
they do that?
why did
Chimpanzees.
they're territorial and you piss them off? Like that's remember the story years and years ago about the white woman who had one as a pet and then her friend came by the house and the
They
chimp
rip.
fucked her up.
Mhm.
Yeah, like
She get a face transplant, didn't she?
yeah, she had to get a face transplant. Like chimps don't play. They like eat off your fingers. Like I watched that part of Nope messed me up more than the entire fucking movie. I was
It
like,
did.
yo, because I really loved monkeys, like
Oh,
loved
because
them.
you,
And I
yeah.
really wanted a monkey as a pet. And then I'm like, you know what? You're right, Jordan. Nope. That don't work for me.
Oh,
I can't risk it just one day joint. Now I might still get a spider monkey, the little spider ones or whatever, just the little small ones that kind of
the
go
little
all over the
the
fucking
bad
place or
ones that steal
whatever.
your cell phone. That
Yeah,
steals
you know,
stuff.
get one of those. But a whole ass bubbles, nah,
No. Even
I'm
though
good.
Bubbles, he's pretty chilled.
They probably kept bubbles doped up or whatever.
You think?
I would think so.
Lionel
Bubbles.
Richie told a story about when they were writing. Did you see it when they were writing
Mm,
We Are the World? He was at Michael's house. He said there was a chimp, there was like all kinds of animals going stuff going on. And the snake got loose and he was
there,
like,
yeah, big python that Michael
he
had.
had
Yeah.
his, yeah, and he was like, Lionel Richie was offering, he's like, Lion now, he just likes you. Because I guess because he like came up was up his leg or something crazy happened.
That's
And he calls him
wild.
Lion now, Lion now.
That's funny. Michael didn't use his real voice with Lionel Richie. I wonder who Michael used his real voice with. You know, because there's clips of Michael using his real voice where it's like deep and it's like,
Oh, he has real, yeah, like
yeah,
Prince. Prince
there's
deep.
a real deep
Mhm.
voice. Wait, Prince has a deep voice?
Shut up.
I didn't know.
Prince was a baritone.
But he always sang in a
He sang
falsetto.
in a falsetto. So does Al B. Sure. Al B. Sure
So
sang in a
Prince has
falsetto
a
too.
deep voice. Wait, hold on.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I'm thinking about his like acceptance speeches and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
You're right. You're right. You're
yeah,
right. Yeah. Yeah, I want to say
yeah.
deep, but he had
His voice
a
is deep.
deeper than what he sang with. When
His
I
voice,
think deep voice, I think like
Barry White.
Barry White,
Well, his voice was
myself.
deep like that.
You know, like
You think of yourself having a deep voice?
I've always been told I had a deep voice. You don't think I have a deep voice?
No.
No. Okay. Hater. You're such a hater. It's fine. What's the next job?
Farmer.
Fucking farmer.
National average salary $38,754.
I hope farmer comes back. We need more real food.
Yeah,
I,
but
I, I really hope
they
farmer.
it's hard for them though. It's very hard,
The,
especially
the,
black farmers.
the
So,
government makes it very hard for black farmers,
mhm.
like farmers in general, to exist.
Yes.
Everything wants to be lab grown and GMO now, and
Mhm.
it sucks, man. It sucks.
Yep. Number 7, ski instructor.
Oh, wowzers!
Yeah, the national but what do you do the rest of the year?
You live in a place where it's always snowing.
Oh, but what if you can't? What if you live here and you
Then I don't suggest you be a ski instructor.
yeah, the national salary average salary is $41,766 per year.
Yeah, I can definitely see how interesting that job could be. All the perks, male
What
ski
are the
instructor,
perks?
the women and the men, rich, affluent people who are on vacation who are just there to thought about.
So
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 ski instructors, personal trainers, I put them all into the same category of just professional thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Like people who go thought bottom around and just happen to have a job that allows them to thought bot while they're doing it or
I
whatever.
think you much too much Bravo.
Not at all. I watch too much Life. You mean just real life? That's
When's the last time you went
real
skiing?
life. You know
When's
what
the
I
last time you
mean?
went skiing? Skiing is not it's
Skiing is
not
not a regular thing for me. No, it's not a regular
yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah. So
But
yeah, it's
I
like it's a bunch
definitely
of it's probably mostly a bunch of regular people and kids. And I've skied when I was a kid. It's yeah, I don't
you
I
think that's
mean
all that's going on?
unless you went to like, if you were at
That's that
um,
reading rainbow side of you again.
Steamboat Springs, or you know what I mean, someplace where all the beautiful people went.
Right, like,
Most times just regular old
Aspen.
people.
Yeah, but you
Yeah,
go to a place like
most
Aspen or
times just regular old people on the slopes. Nobody, nothing you write home about. So okay,
that's
number.
because you don't see the other ones.
Okay, I don't see it.
You don't
Okay,
see it.
or Black Ski Weekend. I guess if it was Black Ski Weekend, yeah.
Listen, I've seen clips of that for years now, and I'm like, I want to do a Black Ski Weekend. That
Yeah,
shit
my
looks
my
amazing.
girlfriends went. I've never gone because when I was in middle school, I was in the ski club and I hated skiing.
Yeah,
I don't like being cold. I was like,
yeah,
I invented in my head electric gloves
yeah.
and socks. And I knew at 11, 12 that I'm thoroughly enjoyed sitting in front of the fire with hot cocoa.
That's the life.
That's
So you go,
yeah.
yeah, just go to Black Ski Weekend and stay inside the cabins
I never,
and be
yeah.
cute.
Mm-mm.
What'd your friends think about it? Did they
They
get
liked
with
it. They
you?
did it for years. I'm not a cold vacation person.
Yeah.
I need to go someplace warm on vacation. So yeah. Anywho. Wedding consultant is number 8.
Oh, that seems stressful. I mean, I can say this is
Yeah.
interesting, but golly, that seems like it
Yeah.
could be.
The national average is $46,594 per year. So
Can you
yeah, that
imagine
would be
dealing
a
with
hard job.
bridezillas? Your job is
Mm-mm.
literally deal with bridezillas.
No, I can't. I can't imagine. Oh, listen to this. Concierge is number 9.
Oh, now that's a good one.
But the annual salary is $48,432.
That's got to be the reported seller because I know their tips be just off the charts.
Yeah, they're responsible for helping guests within hotels. Their primary duties include making reservations at restaurants, arranging for services within the hotel spa, providing information about local shopping, dining destinations, and making travel arrangements for sightseeing. Hmm,
Yeah,
that could be
concierge is
fun.
a cooler. Yeah, that would be
That
a
could be
cool
fun.
job.
Okay, you go down here.
Exactly. Oh, what do you need, sir? Because the concierge, a good one, know everybody in the city that can make something happen. So you're like, what you looking for? I know
Yeah,
somebody. You need
I
tips,
got a
sir?
guy.
I got a
Yeah,
guy. I got a guy.
right.
What do you need? I got somebody I can
And
call.
a good concierge should like have all, yeah, like, okay, go here, knock
Yeah,
twice.
exactly. Like tell them Roberto sent you, and then
Right.
they'll let you in. Ask for
Go to the
them.
back room, knock on the door 3 times.
Exactly. That's what you want to eat. Here's where you're gonna go to. There's a special non-advertised restaurant with a secret
Right.
club in. Here's a pass. Show them this coin. They'll get you in there. You'll ask for the off menu items, and then they'll get out the good menu. Yeah, that's the
I
concierge.
know. I wanna be that kind of concierge that gives
Yeah,
you, like, stuff that you would never
you
takes you off
never
the
know.
beaten
Yeah,
path. Yeah.
yeah. There's no website for the stuff that they know about. There's no
Right.
tour guide for it. You just got to
Yep.
know somebody that knows somebody.
Yep. Yep, yep, yep. Number 10. Oh, let's see, where's my I never use my sound effects. Hold on, number 10.
Drum
Where's
roll. I don't think it's working.
You can't hear it?
There it is.
You didn't hear it?
No, I didn't hear it the first time.
Oh, that's so funny. Number 10 is staff photographer.
Oh, a staff
The
photographer. That means they work for a company already.
Yeah, it says, well, the
Okay.
average salary is $49,008 per year. A staff photographer is responsible for taking pictures of people, places, events, and objects. Their work may appear anywhere from magazines to newspaper to online publications. A staff photographer uses photographic techniques and lighting equipment to take photos of subjects and enhances the images using photo enhancing software. Do you watch NBC Nightly News
No.
with Lester Holt? So they were obviously there are all the photographers and amateur photographers taking pictures of the eclipse on Monday, and this one
Yeah.
girl got like the shot of a century. It was a plane that had just gone past the moon,
Are
and
you
you could see the
serious?
trail. You have to Google it. She was like, when I looked at that, she was like, I knew that was it. I wasn't taking one more picture. It was
That was the
awesome.
shot.
It was awesome. It was some of those pictures. Now I did. My neighbor gave me the thing to put over my camera to take a picture. I couldn't figure it out, so I had to give it to a teenager, and my
I
neighbor
got that
figured it
one.
out. Let me see.
Hold on. Turn off that light.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
You got a good one. Yeah, Sophie, my neighbor across the street got one. I said, Sophie, send me the picture. She never did. That's a good picture. That's
Mm,
cool. I wish it would have been dark here. I wish I'd gone someplace where it was dark. I'm so sad I
got a
didn't.
nice little shot.
So, well, in 20 years I can, the day after my birthday.
Really?
I think it's I think it's 23rd in
Okay.
2044. August 23rd.
All right, so in 20 years away.
Yeah, only 20 years. Just wait 20 years.
It's right up
All
the
right,
street.
that's yeah, that's our top 10. So, I don't
Top
what do you
10
think
for
of
the street.
those? Would you want to do any of those?
Yeah, the concierge, like we said, definitely.
Yeah, yeah.
That's dope. Photographer, I could see that.
I wanted to
That
be I
is
think I wanted to be a photographer.
that's pretty outstanding. My wife is a
Yeah.
little amateur photographer. Check out her IG page called Her Perspective. Perspective. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
She puts out a lot of her nature shots on there.
You
It's a
know
very
what?
dope
I wanted
page.
to when I bought I remember I got a Rebel, a 35 millimeter Canon Rebel camera years ago, like 30 years ago. And my plan was to do a book of just to go around Pittsburgh and taking pictures of bridges and just have a coffee table book, the book of bridges. But I think I did a few bridges and I just kind of gave up. But I love photography. I do. I love pictures. Her perspective. I'm gonna check that out.
Perspective. I'm sending it to you right now.
Okay.
Good
All right. So we
perspective.
have lots more left on the list. And then we'll have to get um to the pharmacist who was cooking the books and the
Yes.
companies, all that stuff.
Do
Um,
we have time? You want to jump into it now?
um, okay. Oh, you know what I do want to talk about
What's
is
that?
the comments that we got on our spring before spring.
Ah, yes.
A lot of men seem to agree. Like when I said the same energy you go into it, you have to keep that same energy. They're like all high fiving and thumbs upping, but like you know what I mean. But same thing goes with them.
Facts.
The
I
same thing
mean,
goes for them. The same things you did to make that woman fall in love with you and marry you are the same things you need to keep up as well.
I
So it's not
think
just all about us.
no, not at all. I think it's a two-way street. Again, and it's whatever it is. This is not, not saying everyone needs to look the same way, but
No,
whatever it is that your spouse partner came into the relationship being attracted to, that's what the energy you got to maintain, unless it's threatening your health.
or
Like you
things
can't
change.
be. Well, I mean, yeah, you got to give grace. We talk about that. There's
Gravity said
gravity sets in,
gravity.
but
Yeah. It's funny
yeah,
because
you just got
like
to give grace though. If gravity's setting in, then you keep
yeah, yeah.
perked up. Maybe you can't walk around braless anymore. You know what I'm saying? Maybe so they can be all, if that's how he likes it, whatever he likes, whatever she likes. Like my wife and I go back
I'd
and
also
forth.
think that things change, like how you look at people changes as well. Like I think that women look at men with a much more softer lens than vice versa. Like
I think you're right.
there's things we don't care about. We're just like, I can look at my husband. I'm like he got new glasses. I'm like, oh, they're so cute. They make you, they're, you know what I mean? I don't see wrinkles on his face.
But
I see wrinkles on my face, but
men are just more physical creatures. That's how this whole procreation thing works.
okay.
We like what we see what we like when we go after. Women are more nurturing and emotional, so they
Hmm.
tap into that side more, and that's why, again, why what you said a long time ago. That's why women wear makeup and men tell lies, or whatever, right? And so, um, but it's up to partners to maintain whatever their spouse likes within reason. My wife likes me when I'm heavier, and I'm like, that's cool, you
But I
know,
can't do that for you. Okay.
but I can't do that. That's not what you came into this with, right?
Right.
Because when we got together, I was not. I was very much in college and in great shape and looked amazing.
Hmm.
And then I got fat while we were married, got up to 430 pounds.
No,
And
you
then,
didn't, Shane.
yeah, it was 430. And
Oh
then
my
I lost
gosh.
it all. But then she was like, "You were so fluffy. You were
Well, she likes
so
big boobs.
round."
I
Yeah,
guess she likes
exactly.
man boobs too.
She was like, "You were so comfortable." I'm like, "Yeah." She was like, "You're all like
So
pokey and
funny.
elbowy now," and you know, and
Pokey and elbowy.
I'm like, "I'm sorry." I'm giving you what you got in the beginning. I can't go back
Hmm.
to. within that way or whatever. So it's you got to find that little groove of what works for both sides. I think it's up to women to be more vocal about the physical that they like. I think just as there's been this stigma where women just were accepting dad bods, and there was a while there where
Oh,
women were kind of like hyping it up and making it a thing, and dad bods were like the in thing to have or whatever. And
no.
it's like women just need to be like, nah, we still like them, toned up. If you can throw
Yeah.
like one or two little ab muscles in there, that'd be great for us as well, please. You don't got to have the whole six, but if you can give us a strong three, you know what I mean, a strong three and a possible, then that'll work. If you can
Like
give us,
spades.
yeah, exactly, give us three and a possible. Women just
I'll
need to be like,
take
give us three and a
I'll
possible.
take flat.
You
I'll
just take
take flat.
flat, yeah. You just good,
I'll
just
take
gonna go
flat.
board, yeah. Just go,
Yeah. Just yeah.
just be fit, be in shape, whatever. So women, speak up, let your man know what you like or whatever in all aspects of your relationship. Don't let him half-ass it in romantically in the bedroom. None of that shit. Speak up. You know what I mean? Women,
Hmm.
tell him what you like, tell him what you don't like. So
Well,
I'm
our
trying to keep it safe for Spotify. I hope you noticed that I'm
thank
doing my
you. Thank
best.
you. I
I'm
appreciate
doing
that.
my best to not,
We went to our pottery and we got an email the other day that it's in. It's been 6 weeks, so we get to go pick up our gifts. It's like what I made was for him and what he made was for
I
me.
want to see it next week.
I said, "Les, that wasn't for me with the hearts on it."
That's funny. As
Wouldn't it
long
be
as your
fun? Give
name's
like,
on it.
hey, where's my
Where's my mic?
where's my little jar?
Oh, you thought that was yours. Nah, see what happened was I'm gonna order
What
yours.
had happened
What
was
happened
right.
was I'm gonna go ahead and bring you something else next time.
So so funny. Yep. So anyway, all right. So we know what's coming up. We'll talk about
Yep.
more. We'll talk about every week
In-
we'll do 10 of the most interesting
Interesting
jobs in
jobs.
America. We'll finish off the top, we'll just finish off the top 20 and then go from there. And then we can talk about the pharmacists who cook the books and the perils or things or pitfalls or things you should watch out for before joining a family owned company. So
Facts. We'll get back, and then we'll also talk about the stigmas of um being a stay-at-home wife in various cultures, working from home.
yeah.
Yeah. Yep. And why that seems to not be such a popular thing in minority cultures as it is in other cultures and whatnot. So we got a lot of good tea for y'all coming up.
Mhm, mhm. But and I won't skip ahead, but part of that is that, like, just like with us being, told to go out, go to school, do whatever, get a career, when
Kind of the same thing, exactly.
not, yeah. So then when you see somebody goes the traditional route, you're like,
What are
what's
they
that?
doing? Yeah, it feels
Yeah,
weird.
yeah,
It's weird. A
yeah.
lot of things just this need to overcome and has fueled a lot of it has ripple effects in a lot of different parts of our culture than
Hmm.
just this need to be successful. It impacts just our outlook on setting up our familial trees and how the
Hmm.
family structure looks or whatnot because we put such a heavy emphasis on being successful and
And what we do with our money too, because now we can get into this, but my mom was like, people take their kids to Europe. I'm like, they do. We were there with kids 30 years ago. Like,
yeah,
yes. I was like, we we want stuff. Like other cultures
one
want the travel
experiences.
experience. They want the experiences. And that's what I think that I don't
Yep,
when I say we, I'm not generalizing, but
in
um
general
yeah,
at times, yeah.
over general. Yeah, it's like, but the kids they have a break every 6 weeks. And I know people who leave the country every 6 weeks.
Yeah, my
And that's
wife
what
is
they
big on
do.
experiences.
That's what
We
they do.
know
Yeah.
we know a couple who's uber wealthy,
Mhm.
like dumb wealthy,
Yeah.
and you would never know it. They literally drive Buicks and they
Mhm.
drive like just Fords, but they travel as much as possible. Like they're
Mhm.
literally in Montana at their ranch, or they're in the Bahamas at their property in the
Mhm.
Bahamas. They travel. They don't care about driving a Benz or
Is
Rolls.
this
They don't.
family? Is it family money? Did they
I
make
mean,
it or did they inherit it?
Well, the person who made it, their grandfather is still alive today or
Okay.
whatever. So
All right. So
he
it's family
started a
money.
large yeah, he started a large organization that is one of the most popular companies in their field to this day.
Okay.
And
So
so
it's
yeah,
family
so
money.
yeah,
And it's how
many
they were raised, how that person was raised to what to value.
yep,
So
and it's all about it's just like you said, it's about experiences. It's not about stuff. Like none of the grandkids are driving any sort of luxury vehicle.
hmm
You can tell their car apart from any other, regular suburban family anywhere else.
yeah.
But their
I
lifestyle,
know.
they drive that same little Oldsmobile to a private airport though, and get on a private jet, and
Hey,
and they fly out the country all the time.
maybe it's a used jet. So yeah.
Exactly. It's one of three. They have three private jets.
That is
So
so funny. Well, yeah, because if one family member wants to go someplace, then
exactly, they
gotta
have to
have
have another one
yeah,
available.
two
Yep.
and a spare.
But it's about experiences, like you said. It's
Mhm.
about experiences,
Mhm.
not about stuff.
Yeah. And that's how I feel. I feel like I want experiences. I met a lady at Christmas last Christmas, and somebody was like, "Oh, what are you getting your kids for Christmas?" She's like, "We don't buy gifts. We have experiences. So
Hmm.
we'll do
Go
things
do
around,
something.
do stuff like." So that's what the kids look forward to, not toys that they won't remember. What'd you get last year? Oh, I don't know. Nobody
Right.
remembers. But if you took a fabulous trip, you
Oh, do you
remember
remember
that.
where exactly? That's
Mhm.
facts. That's
That makes me
facts.
thinking, that's what we're gonna do for Christmas. We're leaving town. We're gonna go on a go away. Yep, I'm
That's
gonna
our
start
thing.
planning it now.
That's why we go to Myrtle Beach that week of Christmas every year.
Mhm. Yep, we're gonna leave. We're gonna go somewhere.
There you go. Set the
Yep,
tradition. Start it up.
yep, yep. Yep. So anywho. All right, tell everybody where they can find us,
Man,
Shane.
where are we? We are on X or Twitter, whatever you like. We're on YouTube. You can look us up on YouTube, like, subscribe, follow. Do the same thing over on IG. If you are of the boomer generation or older, go find us on Facebook, and we're on there as well. You can find us on any of your streaming platforms. You'll find this week's episode on Spotify.
You will,
And
because I will put it there.
to
Yeah.
be able to post it there now. You can find us on any other streaming platforms as well. If you don't know how to find us, ask your Siri, ask Alexa. They know us, they fool with us, they are our peeps, and they will tell you exactly where we are, and they will play us for you. So just go
Yes.
ahead and search us out. For all of those who've come along recently, our followers, our numbers have been going up. We appreciate it. Welcome to the revolution. And we hope that you're enjoying it. Make comments. We like engagement. We like interactions. You've seen our
Yes.
YouTube people. We have great conversations with folks. So please feel free to leave your comments and thoughts about things we discuss on under
But
our
be
posts.
nice. Please be nice. Yeah.
You know,
If
be
you
you.
yeah,
Be
be
you so we can know exactly who you are and we can block you if you
okay.
start talking
Well,
crazy.
and
That's
shout
what I
out
want to do.
to one of our fans, a friend of the podcast who won't come on as a guest. He's camera shy. But he's been with us since day one. Jason, not my husband Jason, but
Not her.
Jason. Yeah, Jason,
Is
Jason
it C or
Cardoza.
K? I was gonna say, is it
C.
C or K?
Yeah.
I was gonna say
Yes,
Jason
yes.
C.
Every week
Okay.
he's like, yo, it's like so I was talking to him yesterday. So he tunes in all the time. Thank you, Jason.
Appreciate you,
So
Jason.
yes.
Do you have a lot of
Anyway,
J's in your life?
I do.
You do?
Yeah. Yeah, I know
Yeah.
a lot of a lot of Jasons, Jacksons. Yeah. So
Yeah.
anyway, all right then. Well, thank you everybody. Thank you, Shane, and
Thank you,
thanks for
Trish.
stopping by. We'll talk to you soon.